pretty decent. So, boys, that is going to go ahead and line us up to the next segment, which is my favorite segment and yours, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, Ringside Rumors. That's right. Boys, we've got to get into some rumors. And today, can I make this smaller? How much smaller can I make this? Ooh, I can get the ads out of there. Hello. All right. So, first one. Brian Alvarez mentioned on Twitter that Ronda Rousey versus Liv Morgan had a lot of time cut from the match at SummerSlam due to The Miz and Logan Paul going earlier in the night. Yeah, because that was the pre-show match, I believe, right? So, Miz and Logan Paul went 14 minutes, and Ronda and Liv went like 4 minutes, like I said. So you could have cut like 4 minutes from Miz and Logan Paul, and that still would have been a decent match. I think that really would have tested Logan Paul's like chops, his ability to actually like work in the WWE industry and like think on your feet and like rework a match or like redo a finish or like think on the fly or something like that. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if it would have put him in an uncomfortable position, then obviously don't do it. Obviously don't, like, do something that he's clearly not ready for, you know? So, I don't know. But, I mean, I don't know. If I'm Logan, it's like, maybe don't, like, test the waters right now. Maybe, like, give me, like, a couple more weeks until I'm ready to, like, actually, work out how, work on myself in the ring and then, like, I don't know. Anyway, next, PW Insider says Vince McMahon's name has been removed from everywhere backstage at WWE shows, which, I mean, again, I'm not really surprised, considering everything that's going on. You kind of don't want to have that guy, like, you don't want to have his name around. It's like the Hulk Hogan thing. You don't really want to be talking about him. You don't want to be having any mention of him at the moment. You kind of just want to, and MJF, like, it's like all that sort of stuff. And Chris Benoit, like, you don't want to really be talking about them. You just sort of want to like leave them out of it a little bit. It's not really the time or the place to be talking about him right now. So I understand why his name isn't, showing up all over the place. Next, Becky Lynch turning babyface at SummerSlam was a Triple H call. As PW Torch says, Vince McMahon had no plans to turn her before he resigned, which, I mean, doesn't really surprise me. And I said this in, I guess, pre-recording, I knew it. I knew that it was a Triple H call. Something told me it was just the right thing to do. Triple H knows how to build stuff. It's so good. I'm so excited, man. Triple H knows what he's doing, man. This is going to be good. So, this is good. Becky Lynch turned face. I believe I already said this. She injured her shoulder. Oh, I didn't say this in the SummerSlam match with Bianca. She injured her shoulder. She took a face planter, / jaded on the apron, and she landed on her arm. She got it on her right arm, I think. But yeah, so it kind of messed her up, and she was holding her shoulder as she was leaving. So she was also holding her shoulder throughout the match as well. So hopefully she's probably going to be on the shelf for maybe a couple weeks, and she's probably going to come back and finish that out. But other than that, hopefully she makes a speedy recovery. But I know Brian Alvarez was also talking about that as well. So again, hopefully she recovers from that. But yeah, she turned face. So I'm curious to see where that goes going forward. But, I mean, other than that, time will tell. You're going to hear me say that a lot. Next, according to Fightful Select, there was a pitch for the new Bayley, Io Sky, Dakota Kai stable quite a while ago, but Vince rejected it. I remember reading about this a couple days ago where Bayley went up to Vince a while back and was like, hey, I want to do a stable, and I want to do it with Io Shirai and Dakota Kai. And Vince was like, I don't remember what he said, but it was along the lines of no, pretty much. And, that was pretty much it. And I feel like that had something to do with Bayley not returning as soon as she probably would have or could have. You know what I mean? Maybe she was waiting for the right time, or maybe for the right booking. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like there were a couple areas where it was a couple pay-per-views. Right? No, maybe. I feel like there was a couple pay-per-views where it was oh, she's gonna return here, or she's gonna return here for the title feud and stuff like that, but she never did. So Her coming back now that Vince is gone and now that like Triple H is in charge of in charge of creative. I should be more specific, creative. But yeah, now that that's happening, I feel like that was more of a reason for her to like hop in and be like, I'm ready to work now, because if you saw on Twitter, she has a name for her stable, which is Control. So I assume that's the title that she was gonna use if Vince McMahon had gone with it, but he never did. But now that Triple H is in charge, it's going. I'm curious to see where it's going, and I'm excited for Raw tonight. Finally, Fightful also notes that they couldn't confirm Io Sky signed a new contract with WWE, but got word that it appears so. Quote, appears so. So again, with the Bayley thing, right? She, probably could have come back sooner, or probably was, waiting for something to happen, but Vince said no on a couple things, or like wasn't really saying anything or anything like that. And now that Triple H is the head of creative, okay, she's more motivated and she's coming back and she's ready to do stuff like Dakota Kai, which I didn't even know that Dakota Kai wasn't even here. I didn't know that Dakota Kai had left. Or no, I think I remember reading about it, and then I just got lost in all the other news. So that actually bleeds into my next topic, which is not in Ringside Rumors. God almighty, I almost messed it up again. Boys, that's going to do it for Ringside.